Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of the Pondcast. I'm your host, Draconis. Joining me today is Guren.
Oh, Guren!
And today's episode will be a rumor review for Generation 9, Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Found this rumor on 4chan. And before we get started on this, I just want to reiterate that treat everything you hear today as total fiction rumor of no substance. Nothing is confirmed until it is confirmed through official sources such as Pokemon.com, Cerebi.net, or any other legitimate source. On this rumor review, we've got a listing of Pokemon that we all know and love, but with new forms. Starting up, we have Arbok, Poison Steel type Pokemon. This would mean that Arbok would be weak to Fire by 2 and Ground by 4, immune to poison and resists 9 types, leaving it only 6 types that it would take normal damage to. That is insane.
That's really insane. 9
resistance. And normal, flying, grass, rock, ice, bug, dragon, steel, and fairy.
Those are some good resistances too. Yeah. It's a fairy killer, guys. It's literally a fairy killer. Look, it's poison steel type. I mean, heck, I wouldn't even be surprised if like its lore has something to do with like, oh, it hates fairy Pokemon or something like that. You know, like.
I'm kind of hoping that it gets an ability like corrosive for
Yeah.
For
Samazo, right?
Yeah. So it's definitely like you are poisoned. Period.
Sorry, too bad.
I mean, I would love to see what this thing would look like.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like the first thing that pops in my mind, like if you remember that Yu-Gi-Oh card, I think it was Metal Morph or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like something similar to that. Like it's definitely like it's got that metal sheen, maybe, or like yeah, it has like a metal sheen.
This would actually be the first of its typing too.
Really? Oh, yeah. You know, I can't even recall any. Oh, yeah.
There are no poison steel types, so this would be the first of its typing.
I wouldn't put it past them to finally put more first typings. We did get that normal ghost type after all.
Yeah. Well, moving along, we've got Tentacool and Tentacruel. Water ghost type.
More love. But it's kind of funny though, because like it does say water ghost type, and then because it's a jellyfish Pokemon, like the first water ghost type that you think of that's a jellyfish is like what? Jellicent too? So it's kind of like
it's the only water ghost type is Jellicent and Frillish. They're the only water ghost typing, and they're jellyfish. And now you've got Tentacool and Tentacruel, who are jellyfish, moving into water ghost typing.
Well, to be fair too, I think our new Basque Legion as well is a water ghost type too now, right?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, three Pokemon with the water ghost typing, so pretty good. I say that's pretty good.
And of course, water ghost type things that are going to be super effective against you would be grass, electric, ghost, and dark. You'd be immune to normal and fighting, and resistant to fire, water, poison, ice, bug, and steel. I mean, it's pretty well rounded as far as damage that it would take. So I mean, I'm okay with this. It's just I don't really see them going that route with another jellyfish Pokemon. It just seems too repetitive at that point.
Yeah, if anything, they could probably just go water dark type at that case, you know? Or another fun thing would be, if you remember like the original Pokemon anime, when they had that whole Tentacruel episode when it was like destroying the towns and like invading with like its little tentacles. Mm-hmm. Like they could even make it like a water dark or water psychic type at that point, because I think it was using like Meowth to talk, I think, in that episode as well.
I would really like water dark.
Yeah,
water dark just kind of fits this a little bit better.
Yeah, I can see that too.
All right, moving on to Krabi and Kingler, water steel type. This would be the second Pokemon, I believe, to have that particular typing, which is going to be weak against fighting, electric, and ground, immune to poison, and resists normal, water, flying, psychic, rock, ice, bug, dragon, steel, and fairy. That is a huge list of resists.
That's a lot of resist as well. Wait, who's the first Pokemon that steel water type?
My arch enemy, the damn penguin.
Oh my how am I forgetting in Pawnyard? I'm a terrible water starter supremacist.
That Pokemon is responsible for blowing up one of my Furies. I have a love-hate relationship with that Pokemon.
But seeing that on Kingler though, that's actually kind of cool. Like I can definitely see like I can either see him being like super bulky tank, or he can just be like pure damage. Like as a steel type already, it's like, oh yeah, you know, this guy's got a huge claw. Put some steel on that, and you're gonna be doing massive damage. You know. Like...
Now, what that kind of reminds me of, though, and unfortunately it's the wrong region, but there are crabs out in Japan that when fishermen would pick them up, they would find these crabs with other crabs, and their shells had developed into that look of a samurai face. So they would throw those crab back. Well, those crabs obviously had more crabs with those same traits. Now it's prevalent that when you go crabbing out off of Japan, they come in with many of them have now the samurai faces, and it's an evolutionary thing because they would never touch those crab because they thought the soul of the samurai had gone to the crab. Could you imagine seeing a Krabi and a Kingler with samurai type plating on the backs to make it the water steel?
Oh, I would love that, actually. That'd be pretty good. That would be really cool, actually. Because then, like, that would look really cool. Like, it's already got, like, the horns on its head, right? So you just add, like, samurai armor to that. Bam. Yeah. Perfect.
All right. Moving along. We have Wooper and Quagsire. And I'm trying to think, but I can't remember if we have a pure poison type Pokemon.
I think it's just Ekans and Seviper, right?
I for the life of me, I couldn't think of one, but yeah, they're saying that Wooper would be poison type.
Wooper is like loosely based, or is based on like an Axolotl as well too, though, right?
Yeah.
You know, I could definitely see it being a poison type in that case. Like one of those, oh, don't touch the things coming out on the sides of his face because it's poisonous, you know?
Yeah, I can see that. Then Quagsire comes up as a poison ground type, which Nidoking and Nidoqueen were the only other ones to have that typing. And that typing is weak to water, ground, psychic, and ice, immune to electric attacks, and resists fighting, poison, rock, bug, and fairy. I mean, the electric community makes it for a good safe switch, but
yeah. Kind of wonder like how they're gonna go with it, and if we're gonna talk about it now, I do see on the rumor it does say plus new Evo, so I'm assuming we're gonna get a third. Oh well, this rumor is saying that we're gonna have a third form for this line, and it's like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna give it a derpy look still, and like have it like bigger or something? Maybe give it like a Mega Swampert treatment with the derpy look, because I'd be down for that.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to go the route of Obstagoon, according to this rumor. So I'd be interested to see where it goes. I mean, it's cute and snuggly in its base form. It's kind of like a hey, how you doing kind of creature on the second form. So I wonder what the third form would be like. You know, all like angry or something.
Right. Oh man, I mean, but just poison ground type in general. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Well, moving along, we have straight up dragon type Dunsparce. Dunsparce getting dragon typing, I think, would definitely go a long way, because this Pokemon, people have wanted something to do, something more with it. I don't know what the whole thing about Dunsparce being this Pokemon that people champion all the time, but I back it. I totally back it. Do something with Dunsparce. Let's make Dunsparce awesome. And turning him dragon type to start with, I think is a great start.
Definitely, because especially like when you look a lot of like the fan games and like the fan arts, like everybody's going for Dunsparce should evolve into some kind of dragon type. So if this rumor like holds true, and like it's gonna start off as a dragon type already, I think that's more than enough reason for people to believe, like, yeah, it deserved this. It deserved this. And it's finally gotten it. And then we're going to have a whole new, probably not praise the Helix anymore. Might have some praise the Dunsparce more now, maybe. Who knows?
Well, according to this, it's also going to be getting a new evolution to Dragon Flying, which, again, people have been wanting Dunsparce to get just some love, and I think this would be a great way to go.
I would love to play with a Dunsparce in my party, too. That'd be, like, awesome. You know, like let's say like this is something you can find like maybe midway through your story. I mean, I know it's a dragon type, and dragon types are usually kind of powerful in the early game, but like it would be so nice.
I mean, let's see, you've got super effective attacks would work. Let's see, it'd be weak against rock, ice, dragon, and fairy. Immune to ground on this new evolution. Resist fire, fighting, water, grass, and bug. So, I mean, they're strong, but to be honest, that Ekans combo is much stronger. So
True.
was the Tentacool Cruel combo. Also much stronger than Dragon Flying at this point.
GameFreak, or Pokemon Company, don't be afraid to, you know, make this happen. Put it in the early, maybe like the level 10 patch of grass, you know? Yeah.
Regional bug.
The regional bug. Oh, that means it's gonna have an early evolution too. Counteract like all the other dragon types where they're evolving late.
or you've got to drag this thing like a Larvestra, where you drag this thing to like level 60 before you even get the big Uber.
Yeah. See, they can do that too. I'd be down for it. Yeah, let me have that Dunsparce in my party for like half the game. Come on, I can do it. I'll do it. I'll be like, screw it. I'm gonna have Dunsparce in my party again.
Moving on, we've got Claydoll and Baltoy. Psychic Ghost would be weak against ghosts and dark, immune to normal and fighting, and resist poison and psychic. This combo for them, I just can't see it.
Yeah, it's like you took their levitate aspects and then be like, hey, we took levitate away from Gengar. Now we're gonna give ghost typing to these guys. Maybe we'll take out their levitate too. I'm like,
now this typing though, I will say it's funny because it's only been on legendary Pokemon.
Psychic Ghost?
Yep.
Oh, on
Hoopa, Lunala, Necrozma, and Calyrex.
Oh, that's true, huh?
No other Pokemon has had that typing. So, you know, that being on a more common Pokemon, that makes it a little more interesting.
I mean, I'm all for it. I do love Claydoll. When I first saw it in Gen 3, I thought, hey, this is a cool Pokemon. I need to have it. I had no idea how to catch it. I didn't realize it was in the desert either. Because I was running Repels a lot as a kid, so...
Alright, moving over. Love Disc and a new evolution, and its typing will be Fairy Water, which means it would be weak to Grass, Poison, and Electric, immune to Dragon moves, and resist Fire, Fighting, Water, Ice, Bug, and Dark. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this one, because Love Disc is such a very simple Pokemon, and I cannot fathom what it would evolve to, you know? 4 hearts, a clover?
No, it has an evolution. It's called Alomola.
It should have. It should have. Love Disc should have evolved into Alomomola, and they should have done something for Gen 7 with Alomomola, because, you know, it sounds so close to the Alola region, but hey, it is what it is.
Thinking, how come they didn't just make that the straight evolution line? It literally looks like it, like if you do evolve it, right? It's like, come on. I don't know what they were thinking there. It's like, I know there's a lot of water in, you know, in IRL Earth, and there's like a lot of different fishes, but come on. Come on.
Well, let's see. Moving on to the next one. Begone, which is not on this list, but Shelgon, and a spectral evolution to something else. A new form. A different thing, not Salamence. Rock Dragon, which would make it weak to fighting, ground, Ice, Dragon, Steel, and Fairy, no immunities, and would resist normal, fire, flying, poison, and electric, joining Tyrant and Tyrantrum as the only other rock dragon types in the game. I am not sure I like this.
I'm going to assume because it doesn't have the flying typing, maybe it'll evolve with like no wings or something, and it would just be more of an earth dragon type of thing, which if we're going just by how Shelgon looks, maybe it'll look like an armored tank dragon or something. So I might like it. You know, I mean, it might be cool. If it looks cool, that's fine with me. Like, I'm all down for it because I still love dragon Pokemon regardless. But yeah, for the typing wise, I'm still not kind of stuff because like Tyrantrum was cool and everything. Like, he looked cool. Wasn't probably the greatest competitively, but I mean, hey, he still looked cool. Freaking Tyrannosaurus Rex, baby.
No, I mean we've got a Tyrannosaurus, we've got something that looks like a Triceratops, we've got something that would fit the mold for a Brontosaurus. I'm trying to think, what else do we have? We've got the turtle, we've got pterodactyl type Pokemon fossil. I mean, the only one that's a dinosaur type Pokemon that we haven't seen yet has been like a Stegosaurus. So what if the chunks of the shell itself in its second stage become sharp fins going down the back?
That would be cool. But question, like, I know we brought up like the fossil, or you brought up the fossil Pokemon right away. Like, are we assuming that maybe to get this Shelgon or Begone in general, it would have to start off as a fossil type? Is that what it is? Or I would have to start off as a fossil? Or
I'm just trying to think of like rock dragon type.
Just in general. Oh, okay.
Just in general. I mean, not every fossil or not every dinosaur Pokemon needs to be a fossil. I mean, in all honesty, alligators are technically dinosaurs, but they're not coming from fossils, so they might take the same route this way.
Because I was thinking about it, it'd be kind of cool, like a fossil Pokemon that's literally based on a existing Pokemon, and then it turns into something else in general. Like, I think that'd be a cool idea, like as a regional variant, maybe. I mean, I don't know if that would be considered regional still, but no, it still could, because you would be finding those fossils in that region. So I guess
maybe
that'd be nice. But yeah, I like the Stegosaurus idea because Stegosaurus are cool as well. I think they're literally like, no, those are Ankylosauruses, huh?
That's actually not a bad direction either.
Yeah,
you could see an Ankylosaurus. Moving on to Patrat and Watchong, and a new evolution, Dark Normal. Now, we've been seeing Dark Normal for the last 2 generations making a thing. You had Rattata and Raticate, then you had Zigzagoon, Lanoon, and Obstagoon, and now they're saying that Watchong will also be the same way. And I'd like to see where this goes, especially if there's another evolution, because that is one of my favorite combos, because it also means I get to break it if Pumpkaboo shows up for this generation as well.
Ooh, nice.
Because normal Dark has a lot of weaknesses. Or, you've got Fighting, Bug, and Fairy. You resist Dark, and you're immune to Ghost and Psychic. This is pretty good as well, because you get 2 immunities, you get a resistance to Dark, you take normal damage from just about everything else except for Fighting, Dark, and Fairy. So there's a lot to appreciate about that particular combination, and I'd like to see which way it goes.
Yeah, I'm also kind of curious on like how the new evolution would look like too. Okay, I'm just gonna say this outright. This Pokemon in general appeared way too much in Gen 5. They were almost everywhere. So please don't have them appear everywhere, please. That's the only thing. But besides that, the new Evo, I am kind of curious on like what kind of route they would go for it, So I can't imagine if this guy turned into the buff rat or buff rodent, instead. You're like, hey, you're not listening, and he's gonna stare at you menacingly at the same time with those like buff muscles of his. It's like, oh no, please, no.
Coming towards the end, close. We've got Univocrox, Dandile, Krokorok, Crocodile. So they're saying that it's going to be Water Dark, which joins the ranks of Pokemon like Sharpedo, Crawdaunt, Greninja, and they'd be weak against Fighting, Grass, Electric, Bug, and Fairy, immune to Psychic, and resist Fire, Water, Ice, Ghost, Dark, and Steel. Pretty good balance, in my opinion.
Yeah, because Crocodile in general was already a decent, like a really, really good really decent Pokemon as well. Like even in competitive, especially with the Intimidate and damage. Making it a Water type instead of a Ground type, though, I think that'd be good. It'd literally just be. Actually, I don't know where I'm going with that.
Well, it would actually have less weaknesses as a Water Dark form. And I'm going to be honest, in Gen 8, I used Power Trip on it. And Power Trip on it was just nuts, because you can use a whole bunch of moves and just baton pass them down, and once Crocrock's got a couple of pluses, Power Trip gets insanely powerful, and he's a great Pokemon for that, for that type of effect. So giving him less weaknesses as a Water Dark type as opposed to the Water Ground type, I honestly think is a much better play. I mean, you lose out on an immunity, but you do lose out on a couple of weaknesses at the same time.
I would like to see what color it would be too if it was a Water, when it turns into, if it's true and it's a Water Dark type. Like I wonder if they'll give it like a regular Crocodile color or something, like being green, grayish. Kind of interested in like what color they would go with it.
Make it a Carmet. And our last Pokemon on this list is Pawnyard and Bisharp, Steel Fighting, which joins the ranks of Lucario, Cobalion, and Zamazenta. So, very exclusive club on that one. Weak against Fire, Fighting, and Ground, immune to Poison, and resists Normal, Grass, Rock, Ice, Bug, Dragon, Dark, and Steel. That's a crazy... That's another strong combo right there.
And since we're talking about like the Steel Fighting, like was it Cobalion as well?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine this thing learns like Sacred Sword?
Oh, that is actually scary.
I think I'd be down for it though. Like as a Steel Dark type, it was already giving me like, and the way it looks, it was already giving me like Common Rider vibes. So just having it as a fighting type now, maybe they'll, staying on the Common Rider subject, maybe they'll give it a scarf too. Oh god, I would love that. It would just have a scarf and it would be like a Hero of Justice Pokemon. I would love that, honestly.
I hate to say it, but it does feel like it's missing a scarf.
Yeah. That would be so good. But I'd be down for it. So like, it's still a Bisharp. Bisharp is still one of the cooler Pokemon that did come out of Gen 5 as well. So I think it would be really nice. Steel Fighting type. Really nice. And it's not 4 times weak to fighting anymore either, so that's another one.
And with that, everybody, we are going to close out the episode. What did you think? What are your thoughts about this rumor? Is there anything that struck you as awesome? Is there anything that struck you as kind of what were they thinking when they put this together? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let us know what you think about how we're doing. And hopefully we will see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Bye.